Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 13 of the Final Circle podcast. This is my buddy and I's gaming podcast, and we've been having a lot of fun doing this, and we're really proud that we've made it to episode 13. In the past, one of my buddies who started a podcast, he had read a statistic that most, I think it was like 95% of people who start a podcast don't make it past episode 12 or 13. I forget the exact number, but at this point, we're right there, and we're going to pass it next week because we've been posting these on a weekly basis, and I'm just very happy to be at this current point. So thank you all for your continued support for people who have listened to previous versions of the podcast. In this version of the podcast, in today's episode, we talked about PUBG, Apex Legends, and a bunch of other gaming-related news. Apex Legends, currently, if you're watching this after the fact, right now they're in their second week of being launched and exploding onto the scene right now. This game really took everybody by surprise. I feel like it came out of nowhere. Literally, it came out of nowhere, and it's really popular. It's taken over kind of the Battle Royale scene, at least for right now, and only the future will tell where this exactly goes. And PUBG is also in a pretty interesting spot at the moment. So we talk about all that stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, we would love your guys' feedback. So if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. If you have a topic or anything that you guys want to talk about, you can do that. You can also follow us on Twitter. I'm at Blitz5. You can tweet at me. And you can find me on pretty much any platform at Blitz5. And we love that kind of feedback and information. It's always very helpful. Also, for anybody that wants to support the stream, the best free way to support the stream is to watch, to share with anybody that you think might be interested. If you're on YouTube, like the stream, stuff like that. You know, you can leave a review if you're feeling extra spicy on iTunes or Google Play. If you want to take it to the next level, I'm going to show something on screen here that was just added to my YouTube page. I now have a join a membership link on YouTube, which was once kind of just held for people that were bigger YouTubers or people through YouTube Gaming. Which my account kind of is shared with YouTube Gaming. But now this is available to everybody who watches a video or goes to my channel. Next to the subscribe button is the join membership, and you can become a member. It costs $5 a month to do so, and it goes directly to me and helps support the channel, the podcast, the stream, and the tournaments that we'll be hosting in the future on Xbox. And if you haven't subscribed already, obviously you don't have to. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but it does help us small content creators out a lot. You can subscribe. And again, if you're feeling extra spicy, you can turn on the notification bell, so when we post a video or go live with the next episode of the podcast or the stream, you get notified in your inbox of that. And then also, I have a very small and humble Teespring store. We have a YouTube's Blitz 5 shirt kind of going after the theme of PlayerUnknown's Battleground right here. We have the Final Circle limited edition mug. This is going to go away soon, and we'll create some new ones. So if you like drinking coffee and listening to the podcast, you could do that. And we have a winner chicken dinner t-shirt and more to come. So definitely check that out if you guys are interested in supporting us and you don't want to become a member. Or you can do a one-time donation through PayPal through the Streamlabs link, which I'll leave down in the YouTube video if you guys are interested in that. And without promoting any more stuff, let's get right into the episode. And thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's cool. Let's just start off talking about Apex. I saw that Apex, they tweeted out, like the first day, they tweeted out that they had 1 million active or unique users the first day, and then which was Monday, and then by Wednesday or Thursday they had like 10 million active users, and then I saw by the end of the week they had 25 million unique users. Is that what you saw? That was like a big number.
They did. They went from 1 million to 25 million in literally 6 days, I think.
Yeah, how crazy is that? That's pretty nuts.
It's really crazy. I think that's the biggest opening week of any game ever.
Yeah, I would have to imagine. I don't know, though. I wonder, because Call of Duty probably sold a lot of copies back in there, like Grand Theft Auto. But for this kind of release and like not knowing what the game is and stuff, that's a lot.
You think they had 20 million unique users?
I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty good question. Let me see.
25 million. Wow. I pulled up the Twitch, I just figured I should open it while I was thinking about it. But Overwatch is number 1 right now.
Is it? Overwatch is number 1 in Twitch views?
280,000 viewers. There must be something going on.
Yeah, so in case anybody's new to listening to this, so every week when we do the podcast, we check Twitch and we see like what are the top games being watched. And even though like I stream on YouTube, Twitch is obviously like the biggest service for streaming. So it's interesting to see. We like to just see what are the top games. And right now, Overwatch is. Did you see anything?
Yeah, there's an Overwatch League is on right now. Is live.
Oh, like an Overwatch.
Yeah, there's an event in Korea, it looks like. So that's a big draw.
Oh, okay. 234,000 people are watching this event right now.
Yeah, just in one of the streams. So
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
yeah, I mean, Apex Legends is 100 and
Yeah, they're still the number one game because of if you minus that tournament,
104.
they're way ahead of everybody else, which is crazy.
Yeah,
And just chatting is still above Fortnite right now.
yeah, I know. I guess it's just all people podcasting or live streaming shit. I guess.
Yeah, there's like people. Yeah, Fat Guy Live. I don't know who this is, but he has like 20,000 viewers. All these people are just like live. I guess it's probably people who have like famous, you know, famous channels. Then they go into just chatting when maybe they're taking a break or running like a podcast or something like that. Oh my God, this woman's like webcamming. That should get like reported. I see some inappropriate content on some of these.
Which
streams.
one is that?
If you just go to just chatting and like scroll down, people get banned on Twitch. If you like, if you're like,
yeah.
some people like streaming like their like underwear and stuff, and I think if you have any kind of, if you have your shirt off, you can just get banned off Twitch for that.
Oh, 100. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, even if you're a guy, like there was a guy who was like streaming with like his shirt off, and they banned him, or like,
Really?
not banned him, but they gave him a warning, being like, you got to have your shirt on.
I guess they just have to be consistent across the board or something, because
Yeah,
otherwise they're like,
Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to do, just be consistent across the board.
that's so weird.
Yeah.
I'm just like looking at all the people just like, oh my God, this is creepy.
Yeah, and then after that, so Apex Legends is in second, but again, there's that event for Overwatch. Just chatting is third. Fortnite is fourth, and League of Legends still such a big game. And then NBA 2K19 has a lot of viewers. I'm sure there's somebody watching. And then right now, again, it seems like PUBG is really low in the evenings. PUBG is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. It's 13, 14, 15 down. But again, when I watch in the morning, man, sometimes I check in the morning, or when I wake up, sometimes I'll watch a random PUBG streamer just to see if I can learn anything for the stream, or maybe like talk to somebody or like network. It's usually like the number one game in the morning, and I think that's because it's so popular in Europe and in other areas. It's like, and in India and stuff, PUBG Mobile is so big.
The views are definitely way higher in the morning.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I think that's what, like, prime time for, like, the Middle East and stuff like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And those areas seem like that game is really popular. And I think a lot of it is like PUBG mobile players. And what's so weird too is like I've been looking at some hashtags just to see like who else is like, maybe like I've been kind of looking for like more PUBG Xbox like content creators to maybe like network with some people. Because I never spent a lot of time like doing that in the past. I'm trying to be more involved to like with that kind of community, I guess. As if that sounds corny or whatever, it is what it is. No, so I've been searching that hashtag, but like when you search it, it's so messed up. It's like it's PUBG Mobile, it's PC. Like it seems like when people just hashtag PUBG content, they hashtag PUBG Xbox, PUBG PS4, and I'm kind of. Honestly, I kind of do the same thing, so I'm kind of to blame too. When I hashtag stuff on like Twitter or Instagram, sometimes I just put like PUBG. Sometimes I do Xbox and PS4 because I want to get both audiences. But it looks like it's hard to like. There's so. I guess what I was trying to say is that almost everything is mobile, and I feel like when I see mobile, it looks so much different that I'm like, I don't really want to watch the mobile content. If that makes sense, I kind of judge it in a way.
No, I get it. I mean, the mobile is so different looking to me. When you see it, it's like very apparent it's not PUBG. Like,
yeah, I mean it is, but it's not. It's like it's mobile.
The quality is definitely different. I mean, it still plays decently. It's just definitely different.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just never got into mobile. I get it. If that's what you got, that's what you got. But
yeah, I think it's just it's so accessible. Most people have a phone, so you're like in most countries and stuff like that, it's just easy to get that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And play.
The access to phones is way higher. I mean, there was the PUBG Lite came out in Thailand recently. So
oh yeah, did we ever talk about that in the stream? I don't know if we did.
No, we don't really. I don't think we ever really talked about it. Maybe we touched on it very briefly, but it's been out in Thailand for a while, and I know a lot of people were using like it, and they limited to only Thailand, and a lot of people were using like VMs to play it. So I guess probably a lot of people in China were getting virtual machines and switching their IP addresses and stuff like that so they could play PUBG Lite.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some people playing it. There was like a bunch of people streaming it, and they even said like in the stream that they were like in Thailand and they changed their IP address to be playing it. And,
yeah.
It looked kind of interesting. You could tell it was like a lighter version of the game for sure. That's pretty smart. And then a lot of people were saying like, when are we going to see something like that for like OG Xbox?
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be tough, I guess. I think they're still just trying to get it to work in general.
Yeah, it's
But
kind of weird.
they did fix the ready up bug, so that's pretty still. I think we
Yeah.
mentioned that last week, but that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's coming through. I can kind of hear it a little bit, just so you know. There's like a little. I hear like a little tinkling or something, like a clicking in the back of your like.
Oh, I know what it is. I shook my desk.
Oh, okay, I just heard like a little
Sorry.
noise. I don't know if that was like loud. If anybody's listening, I couldn't tell if it was my ear because my ears are ringing right now. I don't know
what
why.
it is. My light is like hanging in a weird way. And if I
Okay.
shake my desk, I think it hit.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to
No, it's
bring it
fine.
up.
I didn't realize.
For some reason when I sat
I hear
down,
the fireworks.
oh, I don't hear fireworks in the background. Why are there fireworks going off?
I don't know. I guess
Valentine's Day? Interesting.
I guess. Hold on. No, I keep going. Sorry.
No, it's cool. I was gonna say, yeah, as we recorded today is Valentine's Day, February 14th, and as we always date to stream, a little
Dated.
as we're dating on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to play some more Apex Legends. Actually, we kind of moved away from that for a second, but
Yeah, no, it's cool. I went back and I went away over the last weekend and the first weekend that Apex Legends was out, and so I didn't play it. But when I got back, I ended up playing it. And actually, where I was away and where I went to, someone had an Xbox and they had downloaded Apex Legends. So I played one game, and I played one game. I got like 7 or 8 kills, and I won. And I'm like, dude, I've only won one game on my own Xbox, and I'm like, and I won here, and it was such a good game. It's definitely a lot of fun, but I think for me, I played it a little bit earlier this week, and I'm not hating on it or anything like that at all, but it's such a dope game. I think it's so well made, but there's really not a lot like there because there's only 60 players. To me, like now that I've played the game a little bit more, like some of the guns to me are really overpowered. So I only look for those guns. Like the shotguns are so OP in that game, and a couple of the other like DMRs and stuff. And like the 3-shot sniper, there's a sniper rifle that shoots 3 bullets, and it's so strong. Like it's so hard to miss because it's shooting 3 bullets side by side. So I feel like it needs a little bit, and there's not that many guns. So I feel like it needs a little bit more content. And the map is pretty small comparative to like PUBG and stuff like that. And
you can move across that whole map very quickly.
Yeah. So I just feel like it's so much fun, but it needs. Like you can definitely, I think we talked about this. They definitely, launched it with not that much content, and they already are talking about. You send it to us, right? They already are going to drop like that Titanfall character looking thing.
Tom sent that to us, but yeah, it's definitely a Titanfall like helmet on the guy has on.
Yeah, they already have like characters lined up, and that makes sense. But we definitely got to play it more.
Beta, I guess instead of doing a beta though, they kind of just were like, hey, we'll just launch with 60 players and see how it goes.
Yeah, the question is like, what are they? I looked on the. I don't know if they have. I'm sure they have an official forum or something like that. But before we started the podcast, I just Googled like Apex Reddit to see like the official Reddit to see if there's like any news on there. Like sometimes they talk about like, oh, there's an update coming, and I didn't see anything like talking about that. So I don't know. I followed a bunch of like Apex accounts on Twitter, like the official Apex account, to see if they were like mentioning anything about like a. Doing a 4-man squad or increasing the numbers, because that's what they were doing. Like when Call of Duty came out, they were literally tweeting like, I remember when they were testing it before it went live, they literally like, okay, we're and I remember I was home streaming, they literally went from 80 or 90 to 100, like we're gonna try 100 right now before we close the beta. And they were like,
I remember that.
That's one good thing that's good about Call of Duty, man, is David Vandahar and those guys are so active on social media that they're constantly talking about like, okay, we're looking into this, we're gonna do this, and it's kind of cool because you can see them like updating things in real time.
Yeah, he's good, but I don't know. I can't speak for the other industries, like not industries. I'm sorry, the other branches of Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't know if they're as good, and I think that's still the major downfall with Call of Duty and Activision in general is just the fact that there's so much uncertainty of what's going to be supported in the next year. I mean, they could still be supporting it, but when they come out with a new game, it just ruins.
Yeah,
the feeling of what's going on there.
Yeah, and a lot of people in the stream today were talking about how, like, for some reason, Call of Duty just got really stale for some reason, and I was surprised to hear everybody say that. And I think it's because it's still so Blackout is still so like Call of Duty, and I think people are just fatigued of playing Call of Duty over the last 10, 15 years, which we talked about too, and it makes sense to me. It's just been the same thing for so long that it's. I
100% agree.
Yeah, and it's kind of stuck in between two genres because it's not as realistic as PUBG, and it's not as like fun as like as like an Apex or Fortnite in terms of like having fun abilities or like more sandboxy gameplay.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, I really like how Apex is. It's like there's no building, but it's a lot of creativity. Like you can, because of the different characters and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
the abilities give it like a completely different feel. The respawn gives it a different feel.
but it's still about gunplay, unlike Fortnite, where it's like all about
And the
building.
gunplay
really.
is tough.
Yeah.
It's good gunplay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I feel like Apex has probably by far the best gunplay, like not including PUBG because it's very different. PUBG has no auto aim, but like Blackout has such a big auto aim that it feels like it's moving for you a lot of times. You know what I mean? Apex is not, doesn't seem to be as bad.
No, I agree with you. For some reason, something fell off about Blackout. I think in Call of Duty, the guns feel great in regular multiplayer. I've always enjoyed how the guns feel in multiplayer. But in Battle Royale, the guns felt really off because of the distance, and it just didn't feel right. And Fortnite, same thing too. Like it always felt weird that you could shoot like a scar like across the map and like hit somebody. And Apex is like it's like right in that good zone where like the SMG can't really shoot that far away, but it doesn't feel like there's too much auto aim. It feels like your guns, and you can really like do damage. You can really see those damage markers pop up, like when you get like a 40 shot on somebody, like you really see it, so you know like how much damage you're doing. That's kind of helpful too.
Yeah, no, I think that the hit markers on there are excellent. They do. I mean, everything they kind of did, I think, was a really good job. I like how Wraith, just lets you know that someone's aiming at you. That's kind of a cool ability that,
I didn't
necessarily
that is her passive, but I don't think I noticed. I never like heard that because I've only played her a couple times.
I remember I was playing as her, and it was a flag. It was like, oh, someone's aiming at you. I was like, ooh, and you could hit the down arrow to let your teammates know.
Dude,
like,
that's so sick.
Sweet.
Yeah, I love that. The ping system and the communication system in that game is so sweet.
I think that's probably one of their biggest, achievements is just the pinging system, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of big achievements in that game, but the pinging system 100% makes it.
Yeah, it's so quick.
Amazing.
Yeah, I even like there's this one thing where you can say, I'm watching here, or like we should watch here, like danger. I think there might be someone here. You ping to the left, and I love that because I'm always like, all right, watch here, watch there. And you know what's really getting kind of annoying is that in PUBG, the quick marker system is so off, it's so broken that it's like not even worth using sometimes. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's worth using still, but it's just so annoyingly like inaccurate that
I
kind of defeats the
agree.
purpose sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. And sorry to everybody that's listening. I'm sick right now, so I'm trying my best to like not sniffle or anything.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
My nose is starting to run. I keep muting myself and trying to like shove a tissue up my nose for a second.
So what's going on? Did you take like a day off work? You're just not feeling well this week?
No, I keep going to work. I just like woke up with a head cold. I think it's just so dry lately that it's just so congested. I don't feel terrible. Yesterday I was worse, so I was like, I don't know if I want to be talking.
Yeah. Did you consider about staying home from work and just playing Apex or something, or PUBG, or no?
Yeah, I thought about it. I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I should have just done it. I think I just had a lot going on this week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't mind going to work. It's just like there's days where you mind, and I'm like, you know.
No, some days you'd rather save a sick day for those days.
Like the days where I'm just like so beat, I'd rather take a sick day.
Yeah, I hear you.
And you know what I mean? But I have so many vacation days too.
Yeah.
So.
But sometimes when you're not feeling well and it's winter, but luckily it hasn't been that cold this week, but when it's winter time and you're not feeling well, it just sucks to get out of bed because you're congested. You don't feel well. It's like really hard to get out of bed those days when you're like have a head cold or something. But once you get up, you like shower, you usually feel better.
As soon as I get in the shower, I think it's so dry, the dry air.
Yeah, it's true. Definitely a lot of dry air. I've been feeling that in my apartment too.
Yeah, I need to get a humidifier. I don't something maybe.
Yeah, those do help. I don't have one, but
it feels like I was, breathing in daggers last night. So.
Oh man, I hate that.
What I mean? It's so dry.
Yeah, it stinks. I'm trying to avoid getting sick.
Yes, but it is what it is. I think what I'll do is just try to get a dehumidifier this week. I don't even know if it's worth it because by the time I get one, it'll be better.
Yeah, most likely. Probably not worth it. And then, I don't know, winter's been pretty mild. Who knows? It might end soon. It could get worse, late February, but it's been pretty mild so far for the most part.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think it's going to get much worse.
No, I don't think
I'm hoping.
So. And I just found a thing. I was looking at the website. It looks like they made a patch, a small patch on Apex on February 13th, And I'm just looking through what this is. It's just a bunch of UI fixes and stability issues and bug fixes and stuff like that. But that's cool. They already made a first patch for the. Actually, I think they had a small patch before, but this is like the first big patch I think for the game.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool.
That's pretty. I think I saw though. Didn't PUBG come out with a quick fix recently, or is that for PC?
Dude, I think it was for PC, but you know what I'm confused about though, and I people are gonna be like, dude, you should know this. You play PUBG all the time, but I'm so confused. I actually forgot to look it up for Xbox. Is that when I was playing this week, my some of the attachments started auto attaching to the guns, and this was something that we were talking about because on Apex, when you go to switch weapons, all of your attachments that are viable for the next weapon will just automatically transfer over, and it's such a nice feature because it's so annoying when you have to drop an extended mag in PUBG and then drop your gun and then put everything back on. So I picked up like an SMG, and then the holographic was immediately on it, and I didn't do it, and then it happened again against my favor because I was just holding on a 4x scope in my bag for case I found a sniper, and I picked up like a QBZ, and the 4x scope went immediately on it, and then a guy ran right in front of me, and I aimed down sights, and I was 4x, and I was like, dude, I didn't put the 4x on my gun, and I was like kind of pissed, but it's way nicer to have this automatically attached because. But I don't know, like I didn't see a patch come through on Xbox, and then I asked Stream, and everyone's been like, oh yeah, it's been happening for like the last week or two, and I'm like, I never noticed that until just now.
Yeah, they just pushed something and they didn't say anything.
I don't know, unless it's been happening for like a month and I didn't notice it since like the Vikendi update, but I'm pretty sure I would have noticed something like that, but I don't know. It's a very small detail, so it's hard to say. And I don't know if it happens every time or I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just making it up. I really have no idea, but it seemed like I noticed it happening a couple times earlier this week. But I haven't been following
noticed yet, but I gotta keep my eye out for it.
Yeah, if we play tonight or tomorrow, I'll pay attention and see if I notice.
I definitely need to keep my eye out for it now. What was I gonna say?
My bad for changing topics. We were talking about
Apex.
It's okay.
We were definitely we brought up the changes, and I mentioned PUBG, but I thought I saw some notes about changes or something like that, but.
Yeah, nothing yet, man.
I haven't really done much.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking about, there's been no word on PC got the PTS and then the full update with the buys in. We talked about this with Moonshine, the night mode. There's like a zombies and custom modes. Vikendi was added to custom modes, custom games, all that stuff. Because Vikendi's still not on console custom matches, in case you didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not on console. So if we do another tournament on Xbox, which I'm trying to plan, we're not going to be able to play Vikendi, which is good and bad because we've been playing a lot of Vikendi. But there's been no word on that, and I think a lot of people are just assuming that like they're really focusing on fixing the map right now. I guess at least that's what people want to hope, and I guess that makes sense. But it's just weird they haven't like posted anything about what's going on with console, and I've been again. Don't really have any issues because of the Xbox One X and SSD, but even earlier this week, I had like a ton of issues. And, it's just like I got for the first time since like back when the game was literally a disaster, I got pretty frustrated this week, probably in the first time in like 8 months with the game where I was like, bro, I'm about to go play Apex Legends. But then I ended up having a really good stream on Tuesday and I got a bunch of wins. But on Monday, I was so mad at the game. Because it was just like wasting my time, like it was so like there was a couple issues that like just broke the game, and I'm like, bro, you're just wasting like an hour of my time. Like, why is this happening? I dashboarded twice on Monday, dude. I have an SSD Xbox One X, and I hard resetted my Xbox before I started playing on Monday, so I knew it was like fresh. The memory caching issue should have been solved.
Yeah, that reminds me. I did crash that one day. Was I playing with you?
I don't remember. No, I don't think so. I don't think it was.
No, I think I was playing with Matt and Wendell, and it crashed. We were like in the like top 5 or something, or top 10 teams, and it crashed.
Yeah, that to me is like that's really annoying, man. Because you're literally saying like I just invested a half hour in getting to the top 5 and playing your game, and I spent money on your product, and then it's like watching a whole movie and then being like, oh yeah, the movie crashed. You have to come back next week and watch the last 5 minutes.
The ending.
You're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
I mean,
and the game's been out for years now. It's been out for over a year on the Xbox, and it's been out for 2 years on PC. So it's like, come on, dude. You guys have had so much time now to like just get the game where it doesn't crash all the time. And before this, dude, I don't know if I've ever had a game crash on Xbox. Maybe like once in a blue moon a game would crash. Like if you were doing a lot of things or playing Grand Theft Auto or something.
Never like this.
Never like that. Never like that.
Maybe freeze. It gets like frozen.
Yeah, since maybe like N64 sometimes my N64 would freeze, dude. But I don't remember that happening. in years.
No, I
Literally
don't remember it
years.
either. I
Like,
can't think of a game that ever did that. What PUBG has done to me.
yeah, actually, you know what? I used to play a hockey game, and sometimes if you scored a crazy goal, it would freeze.
Really?
Yeah, but that was
That's
literally
super.
20 years ago when we were like 10 years old.
Well, hopefully, when I'm at E3 this year, I'll meet Brendan Green and kick him
Oh,
in the
so
nuts or
did you
something.
did you
I'm
end
just
up
kidding.
deciding if you're gonna go yet or no?
I'm gonna go. I haven't bought my ticket. I'm
Okay.
like debating which ticket to get. This guy I work with, or he's like 24. He was like, "I'll go." I work with him. We get lunch every day. I was like, "Are you
Oh,
serious?" He's like, "I'll go."
is he
But
a
at the
gamer?
same time, I don't know if he's really serious or not.
Okay.
So, but he doesn't take any vacation days, so I think he like almost is in the same boat. He was born in India, so he lives here with his family. He's been
Mhm.
here all his life. You would never know he wasn't from the United States,
Mm.
but I think he doesn't know what to do sometimes because his friends, he doesn't really have. He has friends, but they all live far away. So he's like, "I'll go."
Oh, so
It's like,
does he game at all or not really?
he plays a little bit. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if this is gonna be worth your time, or you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, it'd be really funny. I was like, yeah, for like an hour,
Yeah, I
and
don't
then he
know.
would be
Like,
like, what am I doing here?
or maybe it would like get him really involved in video games, and he would become like
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Or he's just looking to do something. I mean, it's up to him. I told him like the 2 ticket prices, and he was like, okay.
interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll probably just go on my own. Just buy the VIP ticket and ball out.
Hmm.
Get some
Yeah.
get some connections in the world here.
Get some insider scoop in the industry.
Yeah, maybe meet the CEO of Activision.
Wow, Bobby Kotick.
Kotick. Is it Kotick or Kotick?
Kotick. Yeah, Kotick. Bobby Kotick. That's what
He
they
looks
call
like
him.
kind of a jerk.
Well, he looks. Yeah, I don't know. He definitely looks some type of way. That's for sure. Like that.
100%. Whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know what anything you get, but I mean, whatever. We'll see what goes on there.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely keep me up to date on like what you end up doing or what pass you end up buying. It's in June, right? You said.
Yeah, I need to decide soon and just pull the trigger because I figure what I'll do is just, sell some crypto and just go all out.
Yeah, that's a good move, man. That's a good move. I'm really considering today. Like today was a big factor too. I've been like looking at. Just sorry, it's a little off topic, but like talking about money and like doing stuff that like I might like use some extra funds or like sell something like a stock that I have or something to buy a new computer, like build a new computer. And for anybody listening, we built Cypher 5, Andrew's computer. Like a month or two ago, right now it's been.
Yeah, it's been a month, I guess. I still need to buy Windows.
Wow, that's funny.
I'm still using the free version. I'll do it eventually.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just like my computer has just been like getting progressively like worse over time, and it's still functional and like streaming okay. But my internet is so fast, and today I tried to bump the quality of the stream up a little bit, and I might have messed up the settings. But I think like my computer is like holding it back from like streaming at a better quality. It's not the internet because I have almost 1,000 upload rate, like 1 GB, so that my computer can handle the internet wise, but like I think my computer is struggling processing it at like a really high level. It could also be because I restream to multiple platforms, and that kind of messes up the stream quality for sure.
Yeah,
Because
I think that's it too.
it's
It's
being
definitely like almost trying to process double the amount.
yeah, for sure. But either way, it's just getting like annoying now where like I have to when I edit videos, like I have to make the quality of the video like really poor to like edit it so it doesn't like freeze my computer, and then like I render it in like max quality after. But then even then, like now, like videos that used to take me like 10 minutes to render now take me like an hour. The other day, dude, when I went to render our podcast, because we went like that hour and a half one, it was telling me because it was no video, it's just a thumbnail, it's just a picture, so but it has to render as a video because it has our thumbnail for YouTube. So it was like an hour and a half video being rendered, and it literally told me it was going to take 2 hours, and I was like, bro, are you kidding me?
For just a recording.
Basically audio with a picture. And then what's annoying is because my computer isn't doing well right now, I wasn't going to do other stuff on my computer while that was rendering. So I literally rendered the video and I'm like, let me go shower. I cleaned the whole apartment, and then I'm like, okay, now it's finished. But I was like, God dang, that was like a lot of time to wait for the video to render, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'm getting close to that point, I think
you should just do it. Yeah, I mean, the whole E3 thing, I understood you gotta like buy the computer, so I get it.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
you should put
Yeah,
that money towards a computer for sure.
yeah. I'm just trying to be like more conservative with stuff. You know what I mean? If this was like years ago, I would be all over that stuff. But like, I'm just trying to have a year, and dude, it's hard, man. I feel bad, but it's so tempting. Like, it's so easy to get like not. I don't know the right phrase, but
Hype.
like no, not even hype, but like it's so easy to get caught up in like doing events and like spending money and going like weekend thing and this and thing and this thing and this thing and this thing, and it's like hard to like as I'm trying to get off the ground on YouTube and the podcast and everything, like I'm trying to be. I'm not super conservative when it comes to like spending money, but I've definitely in the last year have like become that way, and it's hard because you almost feel like you're like letting people down or something like that, because people are like, you want to do this, and I'm like, not really, man. I'm trying to like be low key, and again, like if I skip a day, like. But when you're working, you're like, oh, dude, let me play hooky and call out and let's go do this for the day. But for me, it's like, oh, dude, I'm missing out on a day of the stream. It's not the same, It's like,
No,
you're like
100%.
F work. But for me,
You're
I'm like,
still getting paid when you take off from work. If
Yes.
you're a salaried employee, so
yes.
I get it.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, not only is it like, well, I know it's a weekend trip, so it's different, but not only is it like spending money, but then I'm taking myself away from like the stream and stuff. And I don't know. I'm kind of like just neck deep in all this shit right now.
Yeah, I see. I don't really do anything like that. Like even now that I work, I don't really go anywhere. So I figure I should.
Yeah.
I'm like the opposite. I need to like force. Like I spent all my money on grad school, so that's like where my money straight came from.
Yeah, I see.
That was expensive. And I just paid straight up out of pocket, like immediately.
Yeah.
But like, I like have to force myself to do things. So I'm like, you know what? Like, how many years will I have left of like being free to go do this?
True.
You know what I mean?
But you've traveled and done a bunch of stuff though too. But I know what you're saying though.
Yeah, but not like that. You know what I mean? Not.
Yeah.
I don't think. I've traveled, but not. I haven't gone on vacation in like 2 years, like since October 2017. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I haven't taken like. I didn't work through 3 months last year. I remember I quit my job, so I just like didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Because I wasn't working. I was in the same boat as you, but I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't streaming or anything. I was just playing PUBG. But yeah, so now I'm just like, the things I wanted to do that I can do, and I just, I don't really have an excuse why I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, it's different situations for me, because definitely if I wasn't working, I was just streaming, I definitely would not be going, to be honest. I probably wouldn't go.
Yeah, but it's tempting because you never know like what kind of opportunity could like arise if you go to something cool like that. But I just feel like at my stage, it's just like not worth it. Like maybe going. Like
I can bring your camera and videotape everything. We can pretend you were there.
Yeah, there you go. FaceTime me. Didn't you say something like you couldn't bring a camera in anyways? Isn't that kind of nuts? Or
I don't think you can. I think you can bring like you could. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure they try not to because they want people to go, and they stream a lot. Like they don't stream the whole thing. Like someone's like, I could just watch the stream online. It's like. Not really. They just like stream like a booth of people talking, and they'll go around and talk to different vendors or what I mean.
Yeah, but people are going to be like live tweeting like anything that comes out, but it's not going to be the same though.
What the hell is live tweeting? I want to read about it.
No, people do though. There's going to be reporters live tweeting it.
Yeah, but I don't get like I just don't use Twitter like that. I guess.
Yeah.
And then live tweeting it, so dumb.
Well, some people are into that stuff, man. Honestly, I'll probably be checking it out. I'll probably be following it, and you.
All right, I'll live tweet you.
All right, yeah, live tweet. You could live stream. You know what you could do? Oh, well, if your phone is taken, you could always live stream off your phone on like YouTube. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I could. I could just FaceTime. Like I'm just FaceTiming my friend, bro.
Cypher 5 reporting in for Blitz 5 News.
I 100% could.
Dude, I've been all over Twitter lately, actually. I've been like, I've always like used Twitter to read it, but I like never tweeted a lot. I would always just retweet people. Like I would never really like tweet myself. But I wanted to be more, people were like, when I would say, hey, follow me on Twitter, people would be like, are you active? And I'm like, oh, well, good. That's actually a good question, I guess. Fair point. So now like I'm trying to be active on Twitter. So it's like, maybe worth it for someone to follow me. And now I'm like, now I'm not going to say I'm addicted, but like I'm like all over Twitter now. Like I just constantly like tweet. It's nuts.
Yeah,
like
I just never. I tried. I did try, and I just can't get it. I like seeing some stuff on Twitter. Like, I follow people. Like, it's so funny when you see some random stuff. You get some, like, jokes or comedian.
Yeah.
Or even like what was cracking me up. I saw the other day again was the Dr. Disrespect 10-year photo where he's like sitting on a trash can.
Oh yeah.
And then he's singing the Lamborghini. I saw it like pop up again on my phone, and I'd start cracking up.
Dude, he's hilarious.
It's just so genius.
Yeah, he's really funny. No, I have a lot of gaming stuff on here, and
It's definitely worth it for gaming stuff because they're very like Cloud9 and all those things are pretty active on here on Twitter. Not here.
No, they're definitely, and I follow some people from the stream now, and I follow a lot of comedians and some political stuff, but I try to stay away from that for the most part. But there's, a lot of gaming stuff on here in sports. What was I going to say? Oh, update on my, so most people probably don't care about this, or maybe probably almost nobody cares about this, but I'll just update everybody because I think it's funny. So I've been, I won the holiday poem event. We've been talking about it on stream every week.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Sorry to bring it up again. It's probably annoying.
No.
It's fine. It's just funny to me. So the holiday poem event, I think it was in late December. PUBG came out. PUBG holiday poem Vikendi event, the best holiday poem. They were going to select 10 winners. I won. I was supposed to get a reward. So then nothing ever happened. A month later, they announced the winner. It was so late. It was literally a holiday poem. I thought they were going to announce the winner like a week later. So then a month later, maybe even more than a month later, they announced the winner. 10 winners. I was one of them. Since then, they said you were supposed to get the prize on January 24th or 25th, and it's been way over 2 weeks now.
20 days.
So I started tweeting them and contacting them on February 4th. So I've been tweeting them every single day since February 4th in the same thread, and I contacted them, email, DM someone on like the forum. I posted a forum post. I made a subreddit post. I literally, every platform there is for PUBG, I've made a post about it. And finally, someone yesterday from PUBG responded to one of my posts, and they said that they're looking into it. Why I haven't gotten it yet. So maybe we'll find out.
Sweet salvation.
But I honestly, I bet he'll just forget and not ever message me back. So
he's like, yeah, we'll look into it. And then just like 2 months go by again.
Well, because I know what that's like at work too, dude. Get a corporate job and people will be like, "Hey, why isn't this done yet?" And you're like, "I'll look into it." That's also code for, I'm not emailing you back. Sorry.
yeah. Let me get back to you.
Yeah, let me get back to you. Sure.
Yeah, I usually do that all the time at work. Nah, just kidding.
No, it just happens though. From time.
No, it's 100% happens. It's like other things come up, and sometimes you just really mean it. Like you're like, "I'll get back to you," and you're just 100% not trying to get back to them.
Yeah, it's like when people ask me to play club videos during the match. They're like, go to the club, and then after the game, I start another game, and everyone's like, dude, play videos. I'm like, my bad. I can't remember. Yeah, like short-term memory, stuff like that is just brutal.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I need to write that kind of stuff down because I just forget.
I mean, in the moment, it's just like people say, like, okay, and then it goes in one ear out the other. Like, okay,
it just happens because you're doing something else at the moment. So it's hard to multitask that. You all right? You spilled something?
No, I just punched my mic.
Oh, okay. It didn't sound that loud. It didn't sound that loud,
sorry.
actually.
We're really bad. I'm bad today with the noise. Sorry.
Nah, it's all good, man. At least we're getting it out there and chatting. So let me ask you. You said I interrupted your PUBG play session. Were you playing for a little bit, or you just?
I played like a solo game and I died immediately.
On purpose because you were doing a podcast, or just?
No, I landed at Cosmodrome and I saw this guy running towards the rocket from Cosmodrome has that pit behind the rocket.
Yeah.
And I had an ump and I was just like, I'm going to shoot at this guy. And I was like just shooting single fire and like trying to hit him. He was like running. He was pretty far away. I had no sight. And then some guy came around the corner and just blasted me.
Sometimes it's so hard sometimes I feel so spot on, like when people like that. And then other times, like if you have an iron sights, like I feel like I couldn't hit the broadside of a bus. Like I feel so inaccurate with that.
Yeah. Then the guy hit me with an ump. Damn. Immediately just laid me out. I was like, wow. Jesus.
Yeah, that stinks. Cosmodrome is tough spot.
I mean, I was being ridiculous. I knew you were getting on. I was waiting for you. So and you were like, oh, 8:30 is 8:28. I was like, all right, let me just shoot at this guy and see what's up. I mean, I still need like 2 more kills for that challenge. So
nice.
At
Cosmodrome, yeah. Yeah, I hit a bunch of those challenges today. I got 20 or 30,000 XP and won like claim set. Like I hit claim all XP and I had like 30,000 XP and I went up so many levels. I guess that's 3 levels right there. And I'm at 37 or 38 now, and I was at way lower than that when I started the day. I just got a ton of XP today in the Survivor Pass. And I guess if I get the 10 extra XP as the poem reward, I'll be almost at 50. And it's kind of fun so far. I mean, Day said something funny. He was like, yeah, I would play more Apex, but the PUBG event pass. And I totally agree. Like, I'm playing so much more PUBG because of that. So this is why it's smart. It's like messed up, but like, I possibly would be playing more Apex Legends right now if it wasn't for the event pass. Isn't that crazy? It's stupid, but like that stuff keeps you engaged. I know people hate on stuff like that, but it
Yeah.
really does keep me more engaged in the game.
Oh, 100%. And I think that Apex Legends will probably add that stuff eventually. It's just
Oh
still
yeah.
new.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think so.
Um,
Someone said there might be dailies on Apex Legends, but I'm like, I don't think remember seeing that dailies on there. I don't think that's true yet.
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty simple right now. I feel like you just get on and play a game.
Yeah, yeah. You do get like loot boxes in there. I was trying to say crates or something at the same time, but there are loot boxes and there's also some cool skins and stuff like that on Apex too. I don't know if you've seen them, but I
I saw some, yeah.
what you can do is my buddy was telling me, he was like, just go into the guns. You can go into the armory and look at the guns, and then you can look at all the legendary skins, and some of them are really, really sick looking. Like they're really cool. They're really detailed and stuff, and like they have like moving parts and stuff like that. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I think they just haven't launched all, like they launched some of it and they just probably haven't launched like all the other stuff that they need. Like I know they're doing seasons, so there has to be something involved with the seasons.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's just crazy to see that that's like Apex Legends launched with all this stuff, and I was kind of like, they have so many skins, but then like, and then I was kind of making fun of myself because I got so excited with there's the red gun skins now in PUBG with the pass. There's like the red QBZ skin, and like it's so embarrassing that as a PUBG player, I'm like, oh no way, red QBZ skin, and like literally just changing the color of the gun to like red. And like in every other game they have like all these detailed skins, like Call of Duty is like the reactive skins that glow in the dark and like change colors, and I'm getting like, excited over a red skin.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of dumb. Remember they came out with the tan skins for PUBG? What a joke.
Yeah, I mean, I like that it's not too like ridiculous. Like I don't want my guns to be glowing in the dark and stuff in PUBG, but I definitely think that they miss a lot of opportunities with like a Valentine's Day event or even like a message. Like, you know, like little stuff like that goes a long way. Like you log in, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for logging in this week. Here's a skin with a flower on it. Something silly like that. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even need to be that. Even just a message or stuff like that. Like I think in today's day and age, maybe people don't care about that stuff. But to me, I like when it's like, there's more of that stuff going on. Like and I can tell they're like putting effort into it. I don't know how you feel about that. And some people listening might disagree, but that's how I personally feel, as I like that stuff that's in the games like that.
I like that stuff. I remember like even Call of Duty World War II. Remember they put the Christmas tree on the map.
Yeah, dude. So, and some people, you know what? I was talking about this with someone today. Some people, and I got a message on my YouTube page where someone was like, I don't get why they do the Survivor Pass. The point of the game is to win. All I care about is winning and killing people. And I'm like, yeah. And some people just look at the game like that, and that's fine, man. That's like their opinion. I think a lot of people that play PUBG are actually like that way, which is maybe bad for me because I'm not that way. Like I like that the point of the game is just winning, but I like to have fun, man. And some people even on stream, like they get mad at me when I run around with like a micro Uzi. They're like, why are you using that gun? I'm like, I don't know, because it's fun, you know. But like that's just how I play, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, people also take it really seriously.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also like you're actually really good at the game, so you can challenge yourself when you play with like the crappier guns or like when you play with a Winchester.
Yeah, I love using the Winchester, but to me, it's always just been like it's more entertaining because it's like it's monotonous, like, and to me, it's always the same thing. Like, it's like anything in life, man. If everyone like you can crack the numbers on every gun and be like, oh, dude, I'm only gonna use the AK-47, but then you're gonna get killed by somebody using the micro Uzi, using this weapon or that weapon. There's always like a way. You know what I mean? And then people like will find out like, oh my God, this gun's secretly OP. Like, no, it's always been good. Nobody just uses it because allegedly the stats aren't as good. You know what I mean? But
oh yeah, the Uzi shreds.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like
shreds.
Yeah, I think people, and again, like the stats aren't always right, man. Like Call of Duty has a huge issue with that. Like our buddy Steve would always say that like the stats in Call of Duty are actually like really wrong to like what actually like the guns played like in the real game. And who knows? Yeah. PUBG's coding is so off, dude. I'm sure there's some wonky stuff that we don't even know about with some of the guns and
they don't even really give you the stats in PUBG for the guns anyway. So you kind of just have to go by the bullet.
No, I mean they give you the stats for PC on a third party website, but nobody knows for sure how accurate they are and if that is exactly copied over that console. Nobody knows for sure. So you're just kind of going off like API data and like testing it in the game, but it's so hard to say. And then with all this desync and stuff like that, like we've seen crazy shit, dude. We've seen doing Day got hit in the head one time with a level 2 helmet with like a assault rifle and he died. Then we've shot people in the head multiple times with an assault rifle, they don't die. So it's like, there's something, it's definitely not always consistent to some extent. I don't know.
Oh, I agree. It's definitely not consistent. There's just like no way really for them to be consistent with the desync.
Yeah, there's been some wonky stuff happening for sure.
I got shot like last night 2 times with a barrel and killed me. I was like the last
I've seen
one.
that, the barrel had 2 headshots. That's really the only way you should be able to die from a barrel is 2 headshots.
Dude, I got lit.
Wow.
2 shots done. Maybe one was a headshot.
Yeah, because a barrel headshot to the head, I mean, obviously to the head,
powerful.
but a shot to the head chunks your health. But it's almost, it still feels weird in PUBG because when that happens, it still has that moment where like it almost freezes for a second and then you're dead and you're like, what? And something that never happens in PUBG, I mean, I'm sure it has, but I don't think it's ever happened to me, is like you really don't kill people or go 1-for-1 with people in PUBG normally. And I noticed in Apex Legends that was happening. And I don't know where I fall on that, but I think if I had to fall on like what's better, I like when a 1v, like when you both go down. It feels more fair. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like in a battle.
Like if you both got knocked.
Like in Call of Duty, they added in old school Call of Duty, this wasn't a thing, but in one of the Call of Duties in the last 5 or 10 years, they added a feature where you could both kill each other, and that before that wasn't a thing. Like one person would win, and then they said like you could trade with somebody where you both died. And in Apex the other day, I had a bunch of battles where me and the guy both knocked each other simultaneously, and then we were both knocked right next to each other. You know, so it was basically like it was so close to both of us dying that they just said both of you guys are knocked. And in PUBG, like you'll have a moment where you're unloading on someone and then they turn on you and then the game just freezes and they headshot you and you're dead. And then the other guy walks away with like no health, like virtually no health. And you're like, dude, we both should have just died there or something. And PUBG seems to have that system where it doesn't happen. And I'm just saying, I don't know which one's better. Like should it, because sometimes it's annoying to just trade. You're like, come on, somebody should have won, just pick. But then there's the argument to say like, hey, it was so close. There's lag, desync, like both of us should just die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, because you're dealing with like fractions of a millisecond here in the code and like lag and desync. So who's to say like this extra bullet didn't go like through the code or something, through the network or something to hit the guy?
It's definitely possible. It just doesn't register on the other person's end and they don't send anything back.
Yeah. And then,
you have like literally like a hairline of health.
Yes, exactly.
Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. So like in some of the situations, it seems like both people should just die. I know, I'm sorry for anybody listening if this is really like bad audio or confusing, but it's just like, it's more of like a theoretical, like multiplayer philosophy that you would have if you're like coding a game is how do you design it that way? And I don't know. I just thought it was nice because it causes less frustration in my opinion, especially when you're playing in squads, because then you're like, okay, we're both down. At least we both have a chance to get back up by our teammates.
Yeah, you don't get thirsted immediately by the desperate guy desperate for a kill.
Yes, and he thirsts you with no health left, literally. Like there's been times in PUBG where I have no health, where literally when I hit back, you can't even see the bar. Like it's that low.
Oh yeah, you're like, I should be dead.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, how did I live that? How did I survive that? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but there's just not really. They're not really good at coming up with solutions to that type of stuff, though. So unfortunately,
or maybe that's just the stance that they're taking. They're like, we don't want to do that trading thing because we're like a realistic game, and somebody should be dead and someone should be alive. I mean, that could be their stance. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, I feel like it's realistic if you both shoot at the same time to die.
Yeah,
you can't really emulate that someone bleeds out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like a second later, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know, they got one more shot off as they're falling down. I don't know.
Yeah, and that happens sometimes. Have you ever killed somebody and then like you hear them shoot like after they're dead and almost like just the bullet like disappears? That happens in PUBG sometimes. Like I'll kill 100%. Someone and you hear like them shoot, but they're already like dead and the bullet like there's no bullet really, but you hear like the noise.
My favorite PUBG death though is when people do like a split.
That is
when you kill them and they just do like a split. It's like what?
I love when they bounce up in the air and they go flying away. That's really funny.
It's so simple, but it's so stupid and funny.
Oh, PUBG.
I don't know why. Last night we were playing with Dave and Matt flew the Jeep around and he was cracking up. He's like, this is ridiculous.
The Harry Potter Jeep?
Yeah.
So funny.
It's just too funny. Yeah, but it's whatever. I mean, it's better than it was. I feel like we end the podcast pretty much just saying, yeah, well, PUBG is better than it was.
Yeah, but definitely, man, this if I had an OG Xbox, I have to say, man, I don't know if I'd be playing this game as much right now, and just because, like that, I don't miss those issues at all. The car stuff to me is funny, but landing, not being able to land right, is brutal because then like you can't get a gun, and then someone kills you, and that stuff is annoying. You know, because
Oh,
I've seen like
yeah.
Matt's issues, like he can't even land in certain areas, and I'm like, God dang.
When he ran into the rocket the other day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely adds a lot of laughs, but
Yeah, but when you're trying to play seriously and you're having a bad string of luck games or something, it doesn't make it better.
yeah, it puts it over the top to like where you get frustrated and it's almost like embarrassing. But it's just like those moments when you just want to like turn your Xbox off and be like, "What the f, dude?"
Yeah,
It's pretty fun.
but we continue to play the thing, so
Yeah, still so much fun. But I just, back when after Sanhok came out or before Christmas time, like PUBG was in a really good spot. Like the game was playing really well. Sanhok was great. There was really no issues. And now, like with this new map, they've definitely gone backwards a little bit. I mean, it's a great map and things are good and there's new stuff, but the loading has definitely gone backwards
yeah,
for sure.
I don't know what they're gonna do to fix that. I'm not. There's just not really much I guess they can do at this point. They keep working on it.
Seems like a pretty big issue, man. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of work for them to do. I mean, I can't even imagine being like a coder there right now. Like they're probably like,
Oh, they're probably stressed out of their minds.
yeah, I'm sure it's tough, man.
They probably have no idea what to do.
Or it's like going through so much extra code that's already there and trying to figure out issues. Like it's probably mind numbing at a certain point.
Oh, they must be losing it. Like, all the feedback they get from Xbox, like, just
Yeah.
the-
Yeah,
and
for
this is
sure.
broken.
Yeah, all the
So-
partners. Yeah, you're right. Microsoft's probably like has given them a hard time over the years. Who knows? Or over the last year.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure Microsoft is like, yo, you gotta get this shit going. And I'm sure Sony is like, yeah.
Especially because PUBG is part of the Game Pass. Did you know that PUBG is part of Game Pass? So they're like definitely partnered with Microsoft still in some capacities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's definitely.
Something that I noticed too is that not that I don't think that many people are spending money on Gcoin and stuff, but if you are a Game Pass member, which it's not really worth it just for PUBG because PUBG is only $30 and Game Pass is $10 a month. But if you're using Game Pass because you play other games, then you actually get a discount on the in-game items if you have that for PUBG,
Really?
which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh,
If you're
Yeah.
into that stuff. Speaking of that, I have a ton of Gcoin that I don't even know what to do with because I bought the Vikendi pack, which came with like Gcoin and the pass. It was like the $25 bundle.
yeah.
So I don't even know what to do with it.
Can you buy XP?
I think that I don't think you can buy XP with Gcoin, but I'd like, I would save it for something if they come out with like the new version of the clown outfit. But right now, like I'm not going to buy more gold guns. I bought a gold AK. I bought the Shark Bite Car 98 skin, and I don't think I'm gonna buy any more skins, to be honest with you, like gun skins. I'd probably wait for something.
You don't want a blue QBZ?
Is there a blue QBZ that's buyable?
No, I was just being sarcastic because you guys said about the red one.
Yeah. I just want to start a petition for the QBZ to be on Vikendi or another map. It's
I
only
want the
on one map.
G36C on other maps.
True. It's only on that map.
I like that gun.
I still like the QBZ better, but the G36C is fun to use.
I just wish they would put all the guns on all the maps.
Do you think so? Do you think that would be better?
Yeah, why not? Maybe make it more rare on some maps than others.
Yeah.
I don't know. I rather have them. I think they're fun to play with.
Yeah, but the DP28 is only on. Is that on Miramar or is it only on Erangel?
No, I think it's only on Erangel.
It might be on Miramar, but I don't know because I feel like I never see that gun.
I don't think it's on Miramar.
Yeah,
I really don't think so, but I could be wrong.
I wonder if we could just look, but it's just either way. Like that gun's not on every map, so it's like. I wonder what their thinking is.
I love that
behind
DP gun though. So fun.
Yeah, I haven't used it in forever. The dinner plate 28. Oh, sorry, I just made a noise. That's probably recorded on stream. Sorry, everybody.
Dinner plate 28.
I controlled F for what weapons are on there, and yeah, it's not on there.
Oh yeah, I thought so.
Wow, it's not on Miramar, so only Erangel. Allegedly, according to this website, PUBGGamepedia.com.
I haven't. Yeah, I don't think it is. I definitely agree with it because
Yeah.
I don't remember ever seeing it.
There you go. You're right.
I mean, because that map has the Winchester, and the Winchester is not on Erangel.
No, I don't think so, but it is on Vikendi.
It is
And
on Vikendi.
is it on Sanhok? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's on Sanhok, I think. Not. Yeah, it says 3. That's so weird. I
Yeah.
don't know how they came up with like what guns should we wear.
Yeah, I don't know either. One day, the
They
black
really didn't
box
think
that
of
is
third,
PUBG.
probably.
Yeah, who knows what they do. So, are you gonna get on and play PUBG right now? I'm not sure if I'm gonna play after the podcast. Are you gonna play?
I guess so. Maybe play a game or two. I might as well.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here, and I'll let you know if I'll play a game or not. I'm gonna see. I played early. I did an early stream today, and
Yeah, I
you
saw.
popped in for a little bit, right? Yeah, at the end there.
Yeah, for sure. It was good. I was watching I saw you killed the guy with the what is that thing called? The sickle?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Really
yeah,
chasing the guy.
yeah.
I was
I
cracking up.
I actually was playing pretty well today. I got like so many kills in the first 3 games in duos. I got 20 kills, but the guy I was playing with was having a tough time. He kept getting picked off like out of the blue. Like when you just it's like you're not having a good day. Like he would randomly get sniped like so far away from me and like get thirsted like immediately, and I felt bad because he kept dying. So I kept being by myself, and so we didn't end up getting a dinner. But it was a fun day to play PUBG, and I feel a little bit like I switched controllers this week or late last week, and I found out that my other controller is definitely messed up, man, because it was like I was having so many issues, and now that I switched controllers, I've been playing a lot better in the past like week or so. I went back to my old controller. So
That's is it not the pink one?
yeah, I went back to the baby blue pink one, which is a custom one. I was playing with my brand new Xbox One X controller because I just got the Xbox One X like 2 or 3 months ago, and that controller like is all messed up, but I think I just beat it up from playing. I don't know, maybe I dropped it a couple of times, so maybe that was why. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you dropped the controller a lot, so
Yeah, I did.
maybe
I haven't recently, but yeah, I used to
a lot of forward pushing on the D-pad on the sticks too from like running.
Yeah, and a lot of like because I do like you do the left right movement a lot, and I feel like that was kind of messing up my thumbstick a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah, I gotcha. It happens. Unfortunately, the controllers are not made well.
Not for the price either, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly, but well, we'll end on this. I'm honestly, for the first time ever, considering getting also like stepping up my controller game, but I'm not sure about it. Like to maybe a like Xbox Elite or something controller.
Yeah.
Especially playing. And you know what made me think about it was 2 things. Apex Legends made me think about it because the movement is just so fast paced in that game, and also the fact that people who have the Elite controller on PUBG they can loot way faster because you know how you have to like look down and then you hit start, like they can look start and keep looking around and be using like the buttons on their thumbstick without taking the thumb off their thumbstick. Like they can be looting and looking around at the same time, and I can't do that. It's like annoying.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, it's just like weird stuff because a lot of times when I'm looting, you're pretty vulnerable. I mean, that when you're a better player, you move around when you loot, like you like wiggle back and forth so you can't get sniped. But when you have an Elite, you can really like look around while you're looting and loot at the same time, which is nice.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah,
I should move around more. I usually move around when I like loot, but sometimes I would just get lazy. I feel like, and I'm just like,
Same, dude. Same. I know that's like the pro strategy, but sometimes I'm like, bro, shoot me. I don't care.
Yeah. Just take me out.
Just take me out, dude. Test me.
Yeah.
But do it. All right, dude. Well, I appreciate you doing the podcast. You're not feeling well. We actually ended up making it to an hour. So sorry. We were supposed to do a little shorter because you weren't feeling well, but I ended up just.
It was good.
Ended up going the full distance.
No, 100%. It worked out.
Yeah, man. And thank you guys for listening again. I guess, what is this episode? Number 13? Is this lucky number 13?
Is it 13 or 14?
Let's see. Let me see really fast. This is number 13. So,
oh my God.
Look at that, man. We did it. Lucky number 13.
All right, we can retire now.
All right, it's all over.
All right, guys. We're retired, officially.
Officially done. Getting a retirement check in the mail.
Yeah, it's going to be very small.
From Podbean. Oh, wow, look at this. This is actually pretty crazy.
What's that?
Our last podcast was the most downloaded podcast ever on iTunes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It didn't get like, I'm not going to say the number, but it's just the ever downloads on
Ah.
iTunes. That's cool.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Little by
Right.
little here, everybody.
Yeah.
And thanks to you guys for listening and stuff like that.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Nope. It was not. That's awesome, guys.
All right.
Thank you for making it into the final circle. Did I steal your line?
Yeah.
It's okay. All right, everybody.
Now my brain doesn't even know what to do. I was like sitting there like, wait a minute.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Peace.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.